What is going on, guys? John here, John's Fishing Channel. Thanks for tuning in. Go and give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, favorite this video, I'd appreciate that. It's a beautiful day in northern Wisconsin. I'm out fishing with my dog Thor. It's about 80 degrees. There's a slight breeze that just picked up, but it kind of is going, starting and stopping, so it's been calm most of the day. It's really warm, the fish are biting. I'm going to be doing a little bit of drop shotting today, as well as using a rubber frog in and around the lily pad. So I suspect maybe we'll catch a couple big fish. But thanks for tuning in, sit tight, and we're going to start fishing pretty quick here. Aren't we, Thor? Thor's going nuts. He wants to see a fish. He wants to lick a fish. Alright, so here's what I've got for my drop shot. I've got the hook about 10 to 11 inches above where I'm fishing. I'm going to fish kind of this point right here, and then I'm going to cut across the lake, fish the point over there, and then we're going to head into the lily pads with a frog. I'm using a G-Loomis GLX today. It's 7 feet 1 inch. It's kind of like a medium to heavy rod. It's very nice. I believe it's my new baby besides the baby that I'm actually going to have. And I'm also fishing with a Shimano 3000 FG with 10-pound monofilament line on it. It's green color, and they have clear and green. But I think the fishing is going to be fantastic. I'm excited to get the drop shotting rig out and use it on this lake. A friend of mine down in San Diego goes by the name of Jeff. I'll link his YouTube channel, but he took me out fishing, taught me the way of the drop shot and what it was all about, and I'm bringing it back to northern Wisconsin trying to catch some fish. So there's a real nice point right here with some vertical weeds in about 3-4 feet of water, and I'm hoping that this drop shot rig will catch me a fish or two. Giant snapping turtle over here underwater. I don't know if you can see him or not, but that's kind of cool. Poke. See, that's one of the reasons too you don't really need to worry about snapping turtles, is that snapping turtle is doing everything in its power to get away from me. You know, it wants to avoid any confrontation. It doesn't want to mess around. They kind of run away. That's a turtle's nature. So you know, you don't ever go up to them, you don't pull them by the tail, you don't poke them, you don't mess around with them. But if you see one like that, you know, they tend to just kind of go the other way. So occasionally you see them swimming around like that. It's pretty neat. But you know, if you're swimming around, you're splashing in the water, getting bitten by a snapping turtle is not really something you need to worry about, because they avoid, you know, like they'll avoid 6 people swimming because they don't want to get attacked or hurt or anything like that. So don't worry about those big snappers. Alrighty, so I am now fishing around an island. I'm actually in about 13 feet of water, fishing, I would say 3 to 8 feet, just kind of off and around the shore of the island. There's weeds, rocks, stumps, all sorts of stuff out here, and caught a couple big fish in the past, so I'm hoping maybe today I'll get something nice. Alright, so I have on a fish. Turn my drag up just a little bit. It's a pretty nice fish though. He's trying to get back up in the weeds. I'm actually going to go ahead and point my motor out to deeper water because I want to come back through this stretch and fish again, because I caught this fish right where I thought I would. Let me tell you what, having just a new rod with new line and you don't really have to worry about losing the fish is awesome. Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish at all, Thor. Thor, you my fishing buddy? Thor is the only reason I catch these big fish. Oh yeah. Come to Papa. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. You squeeze the tail, you get an extra inch out of them. This is a 18-inch largemouth. See how much it weighs. I'm thinking probably about 3 pounds. This fish is just pissed off he's getting weighed. This is 3 1/4. Wow. 3 1/4. That's a big fish. Selfie. Oh my god, it's beautiful. That's a hog. Hog, 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 hog. That was nice. Thank you. And again, you know, I'm just working this worm. I'm bouncing it off the bottom. When I feel a little bit of tension, I reel down to the fish, and then I set the hook. Yep, Thor, we set the hook. Like right now, there's a fish on there, so I reel down to it. Oh, bam, I pulled it out of his mouth. A lot of times they'll come back if you don't actually hook them. You know, they could be sunfish. No, that's a bass. There we go. He's on. Woohoo! Just a little guy. Dun, dun, dun. Again, I'm up in an area, you know, where the fish are not hook shy, so I'm using overly large, bright, flashy hooks. They can't tell the difference. They're schmucks. Alright, so I've got a fish. It's in his mouth, and I set the hook on him, just like that. There's another nice fish. The bigger fish oh man, he just got off. They tend to keep their head down. So if a fish keeps his head down and you're not pulling it up towards the boat, and you know, of course, the bigger fish pull harder, you know, they pull line out, but a clear indication of a large fish is a fish that does not want to come up from the bottom of the lake. He wants to get away, he wants to avoid and evade whatever danger he might be in and live longer to get bigger. So he will do everything in his power to, you know, not go towards the light in the sky, so to say. We reel down to him and bam, we set the hook. I don't think this is a very big fish. That was a weed, complete weed, not even close to a fish. That's what happens though. Sometimes you get it stuck on a weed and you get a little bit of tension, you think it might be a fish, and you set the hook, you know, and the weed kind of pulls out slowly or gets stuck and you think you have a fish on, but really it's just a weed. Alright, there's a fish. I think that's a sunfish. It was more of a bite and wiggle versus a, you know, bam. I tell you what, there's just something, oh yeah, come on pig, about rubber worms on this lake. I'll work them in slow. I'm going to come back and hit this point again. Doesn't want to bring his head up. Y'all remember what I said about fish that don't want to bring their head up? They tend to be big. Yeah. You're coming in the boat, buddy. Oh. Going on 17 inches. Perfect. What a fish. Go ahead and let him go. Alright, we got another fish on. I don't know how big it is. I don't think it's like huge. I don't think it's very small, but oh, it's a nice size. Nice size fish. So he's pulling out a lot of line on me. Come to Papa. It's time to meet your maker. Competition. Not a bad fish. Measure him. 17-inch largemouth. Let it go. Alright, the next fish I catch is for my beautiful baby mama, Nikki. Alright, here we go. I think I stuck this one. You're coming in the boat, buddy. There we go. What do you think, Thor? You wanna lick it? Mmm, fish. It's what's for dinner. There's a nice fish. You know what I just realized though is I'm using a white bait fish colored worm. And Might not be the best idea if I see all these dead bait fish that the bass aren't eating. Come on, stay out of there. Stay out of the weeds. Stay out of the weeds, mama. Wants to get those weeds so bad. And he's almost there. Oh man, he's in the weeds. Get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out. Break free of those. No, 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 no. You're coming out this way. Come on. Ho, ho, ho. That's a pig. That's a pig, Doodle. That is a pig. Look at the mouth on that sucker. Holy crap, that's a big fish. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy mother of largemouth. Squeezing the tail. We're looking at 19 inches. I'm gonna get a weight on you. Yeah, don't worry. I promise you're going back in the water. Whoopsies. But you're not going back in the water if you do that. 3.5 pounds. What a nice fish. What a beauty. What a beauty. Sorry, we gotta get a picture. Wow. Thank you for biting my worm. Goodbye, beautiful. Wow. Just picked up another big fish. And it was funny because I was reeling it in like it was a tiny, tiny, tiny fish. And then all of a sudden it turned and decided that it wanted to swim away. It's not like as big as the last one I caught, but it's still pretty big. Right underneath that log too. Oh yeah, look at the size of that bad boy. Holy balls, that's a nice fish. Not as nice as the last one, but still very nice. He's gonna go right back underneath that log. It's not a safe spot for you, my friend. I'm on to you. I'll be back later with a different hook. Alright. What do you think about that one, Thor? He wants to lick him. He wants to lick him, lick him, lick him, lick him. Got a lot of fight. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. I don't know, this hook, these worms like to jump up this hook like this. Alright, so I got another fish on here. Decent sized one. I'm probably gonna wrap this up quick, fish around the rest of this island, hit the point, and then probably go in and get some lunch. I'm gonna come back out here and hit the water again. It's a nice one. Not as nice as the ones I've been catching. Still, a fish like this on any day will make you happy. Yeah, it will, Thor. Got another fish on. Demolished my worm. That's what you get when you fish where they have sunfish. Little bass. Alright, well, you got another fish on. Another fish on. Another fish on. Another fish on. Still not the size we're looking for. Alright, so I've got a fish on. Oh, don't know how big or little it is, but it's putting up a good fight anyways. A little smaller. Nice size, I mean, it's just smaller than what I have been catching. Alright, let's see what we got here. Another medium-sized fish. Thor, that was disgusting. Haha, I blamed the seat noise on Thor farting and he didn't even notice. Open sesame. Love catching largemouth bass. Alright guys, well I'm going to wrap up this episode of John's Fishing Channel. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Just a beautiful day on the lake, ripping some, what I would say, definitely a couple lunkers in there. Missed a really big one. But we're going to be back on the water soon with more fishing, so stay tuned. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, favorite this video. We'll see you next week. Goodbye. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit awkward for you guys.